Hey y'all, so I just hopped on here to share this with y'all because as I was sitting and I was meditating and I was talking to spirit and I was talking to my ancestors and I was just asking like why certain changes are taking place in my life. Why are certain things happening? Why have certain situations ended? Um, and I'm not just talking about connections. I'm just talking about, like career, everything. Spiritual things, that I went through. And I was just, really just asking, for clarity. And as I was doing that, I was just thinking, like, I realized that with growth, comes changes, right? And so the way that you show up on your journey, the way that you help that growth and those transitions and those changes to become, I guess I would say easier, is by not resisting those changes. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of times when things end and things change, like we get so distraught and we get so like wrapped up in that to where we can even get distracted and thrown off our path because we're pondering on these past things, we're pondering on these disappointments, and by doing that, we're not showing up for ourselves, we're delaying ourselves, we're causing blockages for ourselves by doing that. Like, you have to just go with those changes. Do not resist no type of changes that you like. If it's something that like you shouldn't be doing, stop doing that shit. Don't sit there and delay yourself and block yourself and be your own distraction, your own demise by doing the same shit over and over. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a habit, whether it's a connection, like if there's somebody you shouldn't be around, like if you've received the clarity, like you just know, don't fucking be around them no more. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds simple because it actually is, y'all. It really is that fucking simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the ones who make shit hard. We're the ones who make shit difficult, and spirit and your spiritual team make this shit simple for us. When we ask for clarity, we receive that shit. And sometimes when we receive that shit, we sit there and we question that shit. We question ourselves. We question spirit. Like, damn, is that for real? Like, and then we go and we do it again. We do it again. Or we go and we be around that person again. Or we date that person again, knowing damn well, we already know the clarity. Your intuition been told you. Spirit been told you. When you ask for that clarity, I guarantee 99.999% of the time you received that fucking clarity. Ain't no way spirit just didn't answer that shit. It ain't even possible that shit happened. Spirit definitely gave you that clarity. Your spiritual team definitely gave you the clarity. And so I didn't mean to start talking too much, but my whole point was, y'all, just when changes happen, when things change, when things end in your life, the best thing you can do for yourself is to go with them changes. As hard as those changes may be, as much as you may doubt yourself, you can't doubt spirit. Like, when you tell spirit that you believe in spirit and you're asking spirit for guidance and shit, because think about, why is spirit gonna fuck with you? Why is spirit gonna play around with you and play mind games and confuse you? That ain't happening. So when you ask spirit to help you and guide you and make these changes in your life and help you get to these places and all these things, when you pray, you gotta really believe. You gotta believe, and that's it. Like, you gotta roll with that shit. Roll with the punches, no matter how difficult or, how challenging it is. You just gotta go with it. Don't resist changes, y'all. And I shared this from my own experience, because a lot of times, I get comfortable in my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. I get comfortable sometimes, and I just, when shit happen, sometimes I just want to overthink it and question that shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gotta really believe. You gotta believe shit when it happen, and you gotta roll with it. When you pray, know that your prayers are being answered. When you ask for clarity, understand that you are going to receive that clarity. Whether it's good clarity or it's uncomfortable clarity, you gonna see that shit. So, yeah. Hopefully all of this makes sense. But I just wanted to share that moment I was having with you guys, because a lot of times we can just become our own distraction. We can become our biggest blockage. You know what I'm saying? And it's, it's normal. We're human beings. We struggle. We make mistakes. We get caught up in our emotions too much sometimes, or we get too caught up in trauma or pain or whatever, and we make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Life is all about learning. So if you have been being in your own way and being your own blockage, like, don't even sweat it. Don't be hard on yourself. You're a human being. And I never say, like I said, the changes that we go through, they're not easy. They're not easy to accept all the time. But my whole point is just keep going, though. Just keep going and trust in the process. Trust in spirit, and trust that everything happening exactly the way that you prayed for it to be. So, yeah. I love y'all. Gotta add, everything gonna happen the way that it's meant to be, okay? It may not happen exactly the way that you prayed it, but trust that it's happening exactly the way it is divinely meant to be by spirit. You know what I'm saying? Trust that you're being led in the right direction, and that makes it, a little bit more easier, I should say, to, to cope, to roll with the punches. So, yeah.